Tonight, Public Service Minister Dr. Eubaldus Raymond reportedly resigns after numerous audio recordings between a male alleged to be him and a Trinidadian woman are leaked onto social media.
And the sad thing about it is they ask for increases. It's like they believe that they're entitled to it. You know, they're entitled to it. And you have a lot of public servants very lazy.
Fire completely guts the FB Armstrong warehouse at Odsa in the early hours of Sunday morning. And the change of carnival dates is being blamed for the decline in national recognition and respect for the Lenten season.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovely and Amy Joseph.
It is Monday, the 8th of April 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9, as well as CaribbeanHotTV.com and via our mobile app. I'm Rochelle Gonzalez, standing in for lovely Saint Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Public Service Minister Dr. Eubaldus Raymond is now the talk of the town following unconfirmed reports of his resignation on Friday afternoon. News of Dr. Raymond's reported resignation came after a number of audio conversations between who is believed to be the senator and a Trinidadian woman were leaked and circulated on social media. In one of at least 5 recordings, the male individual is heard discussing the recent industrial actions taken by local teachers and public servants over salary negotiations. In the clips, the public servants were called very, very lazy as well as entitled. Hot 7 News sought to get an official statement from the Office of the Prime Minister. However, they remained tight-lipped on the topic. Although the news of Dr. Raymond's resignation was not confirmed, it was not denied either. We were told by one official that at the moment, there are no official words on the matter.
And the sad thing about it is they ask for increases. It's like they believe that they're entitled to it. You know, they're entitled to it. And you have a lot of public servants very lazy. You know, very, very lazy.
In other news, Public Service Minister Dr. Eubaldus Raymond is no stranger to scandal, and with the latest incident involving alleged leaked conversations between him and a Trinidadian woman, the Hot 7 News team spoke to women to ask them what they think of the latest unfolding.
What goes around comes around. Yes, I. Follow the rules of the Almighty. Stick to your wedding vows. And I would love to say that the young lady was vindicated, because that's the second time you catch your hand in the cookie jar. Yeah. For all your corrupt officials, whether it's monetary, whether it's emotional, stop plaguing the people, give them what they rightfully deserve, which is a competent person who is doing their job for the benefit of the nation, not for your personal aggrandizement.
Because tout c'est pas like a open from la Trinidad la ek me big malang li do la bay from la il hale biote point as a minister pa ni respect pour madame li ten respect pour madame li il pa kay faire ça no respect for his wife.
We're condemning just one. Everybody should be held accountable. There's other ministers that's involved in the same act. A lot of them come and deceive a lot of the people, come with their family, come as pastors, they own church and all kind of things, and after the elections, they head gallivanting with all of their jabals. So I think everybody has to face a fair judgment for that. It's not just one minister. I'm calling on the resignation of other ministers as well, especially Humpty Dumpty.
A lot of them got away with it and people couldn't talk. I'm glad people can talk, so they can't get away with it, and I don't feel vindicated. I think he should be punished.
The team also hit the streets to hear what members of the public have to say on the moral front. We asked, do morals only matter when you get caught?
Speculation surrounding a leaked voice recording allegedly implicating a minister of government has caused quite a stir on island, with many individuals weighing in on the situation and remarking that extramarital affairs is commonplace in the society. We asked members of the public, does it matter only when someone gets caught?
We have a society where most of the people are Roman Catholics. The church teaches us about moral. In other words, the preaching is on the 10 Commandments. Children being brought up in a good home, they will be taught manners. They would be taught how to respect others, how to have consideration for others. But morality is still a little bit more. People have to be honest, especially in the dealings with people, because stealing is not good, and telling lies on people, trying to defame people's character and all these things are not good. So it all depends.
Caught moral is not important. Moral is important before you get caught, because of the people lacking of morality. That's why His Majesty had to say international morality has already disappeared from the face of the earth. And if everybody want that to return, they have to get rid of all guns, bombs and ammunition and consider the people first.
Not really only when we get caught, Sometimes when we don't want to be on the spot, we don't want us to look bad. But the moral shouldn't be something you look at only when you get caught. Not really. I don't understand that one.
In terms of morals and values, regardless of who you are, where you go, your stature, once it's part of you, regardless of where you go, you will stick to that which you were brought up in. Anything done in the dark comes out in the light. So if you're a monster in the dark, eventually someday your monsterness or monster face is going to show out in public. So you do it, either you do it behind closed doors, one day you'll be exposed. So regardless of who you are, where you go, your true colors will show someday.
Unless you have been caught, you never do nothing wrong, Is when they catch you right-handed, then everybody realizes what's happening. But in some instance, when people do things, they cover up by other people.
There you have it. The moral compass of society points to all different directions in regards to this situation. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
The FB Armstrong warehouse at Otsa was completely gutted by fire over the weekend. Solange Alfred visits the site as well as the St. Lucia Fire Services for further details.
We're standing outside of the charred, smoky remains of the FB Armstrong warehouse in Otsa, which was engulfed in flames after midnight on Saturday, 6th April 2019. Assistant Divisional Officer in the Fire Service Department, David Antoine, explained the procedure taken to combat the fiery scene.
On arrival at the scene, fire officers fought long hours before being able to control and eventually extinguishing the fire. The structure and its content were completely destroyed. Initially, there was a problem with access because you'd imagine it was the night and the building would have been under lock and key. So we had to force our way in and to kind of get to the seat of the fire, to attack the fire at that point and to control it and extinguish it.
Antoine noted that this blaze posed a peculiar problem due to the contents housed at the warehouse. Coupled with the difficulty in sourcing an adequate water supply, this proved to be a severe handicap to the firefighters.
In that warehouse, there were combustible materials such as oils and other fluids, and there were periodic explosions. So we had to have the men withdraw from the immediate vicinity of the fire to seek cover and then to fight again. That was one of the concerns. And also the water supply was a little low. And all of these contributed to hampering our efforts to fighting the fire and bring it under control in a timely fashion.
Antoine divulged that the use of foam was eventually utilized.
In a situation where you had this combustible material and even the oils and other fluids, just the foam alone would not have really done the job immediately. So we persisted with the use of the foam until we had it under control and subsequently extinguishing it.
No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. When we come back, an Anglican priest blames the lack of regard for Lent on Carnival, and Godfrey Ferdinand holds on to his title as president of the NCOPT.